This club drive was something a little different, an urban adventure through the city of Seattle at midnight. The city has a mix of driving experiences from brightly lit urban canyons to dark twisty roads, harsh industrial areas and serene lakeshore drives. And tonight we would sample them all. From our start at Husky Stadium we took Eastlake over the University Bridge heading south across the Ship Canal, then under I-5, and immediately encountered a bunch of road construction. The first part of the drive was challenging with the number of mistimed red lights we had to navigate. It made it tough to keep the crew together, but we managed.
And then another right on the other road here.
At the south end of Lake Union our route looped back north, crossed I-5 on Lakeview Boulevard, then back under I-5 to the north end of Capitol Hill.
And then another right under the other bridge.
There are a few hidden roads like this one. Dark, seemingly remote, choked with overhead trees and one twisty hairpin turn after the next, yet right here in the middle of the city. This was our eastward connector to take us toward the north end of the Arboretum. I've always enjoyed driving through the Arboretum and along Lake Washington Boulevard. It harkens back to an older school of landscape design and city planning dating back to 1903, with the Grand Boulevard planned by the famous Olmsted brothers who also designed New York Central Park.
Let me know when we're all together again. Here we go.
Coming into the lights of the Leshi Neighborhood, Lake Washington Boulevard rolls past some restaurants and marinas, and then continues south under the I-90 bridge. This respite from the woodsy darkness is short-lived, however. From here south, the boulevard hugs the shoreline all the way down to Seward Park, going past a couple more marinas including Stan Sayers Pit, where the hydros launch from during Seafair. At the south end of the city we crossed over to Georgetown on Othello. Bright flashing lights from some state patrol cars added to some confusion with yet more road work. We rolled past trying to look innocent and continued on our way. Georgetown's old brick buildings mark the start of the industrial area along Airport Way at the midpoint of the Knight's Drive. This section of Airport Way has always been a favorite area of mine with the nicely detailed masonry buildings and the neon signs outside the bars and workshops. Smokin'. The elevated Spokane Street Viaduct cuts through the heart of the industrial zone south of downtown, crossing over Harbor Island, and taking us to West Seattle. After yet more unexpected road work forced an on-the-fly rerouting, we dropped down from the West Seattle Plateau onto Harbor Avenue to be treated to a stunning view of downtown Seattle from across Elliott Bay. Bright lights, big city. Finally, about 1 a.m., we arrived at the foot of downtown Seattle on Alaska Way at the waterfront. This zigzag from Yesler to Western at the edge of Pioneer Square led us into another urban canyon. Western gradually climbs uphill heading north at the foot of towering skyscrapers. At the north end of Western it drives under the waterfront side of Seattle's famous Pike Place Market. We took our last turn onto Broad Street to complete our circuit of Seattle. As we climbed up the hill, the Space Needle came into view over the rooftops of Belltown, signifying the end of the drive. Thank you for everyone coming out for the evening. We started at Husky Stadium and finished the drive a little after 1 a.m. While some folks had to head home, a few of us night owls stuck around and grabbed a late dinner at the 5 Spot Cafe nearby. For us, we finally tapped out at 3 a.m.